Well, friends, last class we were discussing about capital structure theories. How many theories you have discussed so far?
4 theories.
How many?
4 theories.
4 theories. Okay, can you name them? Which are these theories?
Net income theory, net operating income theory, traditional approach theory, theory.
MM theory. Okay, MM theory you have concluded. Today we'll understand some additional things relating to MM theory. That is, that part we will be understanding. Will be some extension part of MM theory we will be understanding today. Then we'll move to one more additional theory is there in your new syllabus. That part also will be covered. Then let us see. I am planning to wind up our today's session a little earlier. I got some other commitment. So let us see what we will be able to learn till that time. So I am going to share with you the relevant files right now. Are you seeing the PPT file?
No, sir.
PPT file, are you seeing now? No.
No.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Sir, it is not visible to me.
Okay. The screen it doesn't show MM theory. Advice.
Yes, sir.
Rosalie, are you seeing?
No, sir, it is not visible to me.
What you are seeing on the screen? Only my video.
Sir, yes, sir.
Meghna, you are seeing no?
Yes, sir.
Let me try what is. Rosalie, you are unable to see it.
No, sir. Only you are visible, not the screen.
Okay, I'm closing this file. Let me share it once again. Are you seeing anything, Rosalie?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing the file?
No, sir.
Oh, something is wrong, I think. You are not seeing anything, any kind of file. Only my photo you are seeing.
No, sir.
But Meghna, it is visible to you, right?
Yes, sir.
What you are seeing, can you read it? I'm showing you this.
Yes, sir.
What is written?
Sir, example 2,
Example 2. Okay, fine. Okay, right.
farms.
ठीक
Yes,
है,
sir.
okay. Then what is the problem with Rosalie?
सर आप स्टार्ट कर दीजिए.
But without that, कुछ meaningful नहीं होगा. आप ऐसा करो Rosalie, you please leave the meeting and join once again. Let us leave meeting. मीटिंग छोड़ जाइए, फिर दोबारा आ जाएगी. Meghna, let us wait for some time. Let her join.
Yes, sir.
Rosalie, you are listening? Rosalie, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Are you what you are seeing in the screen?
Sir, only you are visible on the screen.
Oh, something is wrong from your side, it seems.
Sir, maybe it is due to the network quality.
No, no, in network, video will not be coming. You are saying my video is coming. No, video is coming, only photo is coming. Video, no,
Sir, your photo only visible.
only photo is visible.
And
Video
now
is
it
not.
is.
I'm shaking my hand. Is it visible? No. मैं हाथ हिला रहा हूँ आपको दिख रहा है क्या? अच्छा रोजाली आपको सुनाई दे रहा है?
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
ओके ठीक.
Yes, sir.
It is visible now.
Yes, sir. Screen is now visible.
Okay, ठीक है ठीक है. So we'll quickly start the session. So we are already late. Okay, friends, don't worry. So to the extent possible, I'll be trying to cover it. Well, so last session we were discussing about this thing, MM theory. And MM theory, what we have discussed, that capital structure doesn't have an impact on the value of the farm. Is it not? So initially, we have prior to that
Yes,
we
sir.
have discussed three theories. So one is net income theory, the net operating income theory. Then we try to understand this capital structure in Modigliani and Villars theory. But in that, one of the assumptions says under this theory, one of the assumption was there was no corporate tax. Tax was assumed to be zero. Now this assumption, this becomes a little unrealistic. So gradually, subsequently, what happened? Both the authors of this theory modified this theory. They tried to understand what is the impact of tax, what is the impact of corporate tax if they introduce. If corporate tax is introduced in this theory, what is the impact? They try to learn it. So let us learn what is the impact of corporate tax on the theory. So when there is no corporate tax, two companies having same level of earning before interest and taxes. That means if EBIT is same for both the companies, then the total earning of the investors companies will also be same. Investor here means stakeholders as well as shareholders, right? Okay, so to test that,
Yes,
let us take an example. So this is the example. Are you reading this example?
yes,
Are
sir.
you able to read this example? Please read it.
Net advantages, theory without corporate tax, where there is.
Okay, now I'm so
Yes,
moving to the next slide.
sir.
Example 2. Are you able to read it? Example 2.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please read the example.
Farm, farm A and you have same EBIT of rupees 25,000. Farm U has employed 100% equity of 1 lakh, while Farm L has employed 50,000 equity and 50,000 debt, with the debt costing 15%.
So what we are trying to say, we'll say that what is the benefit, how much is the value of shares, and or you can say how much money our investors are getting, how much money investors of levered farm is getting, and how much money investors of unlevered farms are getting with same level of EBIT. In this example, EBIT is 25,000. We are assuming two farms, one is levered, another is unlevered. Both the farms earning before interest and taxes is how much? How much?
25,000.
25,000. Okay. And what is the capital structure of farm U? Farm U means unlevered farm. Unlevered farm's capital structure is how much is equity? 100% equity. Okay. Its
No.
capital is 1 lakh rupees, 100% equity. Only equity, there is no debt. While farm L
Yes,
has,
sir.
that is levered farm is having 50,000 equity and 50,000 debt. Okay,
Debt.
50% debt and 50% equity. And the cost of debt is 15%. That means interest cost is 15%. Now we'll see what
Yes,
is the impact, how much our investors are getting. Okay, just look at this table. This table is visible to you.
yes, sir.
Levered and unlevered two columns are there.
Yes, sir. No, sir, it is not visible to me. Only the theory is.
Meghna, you are seeing
Yes, sir.
with the table with two columns,
No.
levered and unlevered.
Yes, sir.
Acha. I think Rosalie has got some net problem maybe. Okay, we'll continue our discussion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll continue our discussion. So in your
Now, sir.
is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you see EBIT in the both the cases we have seen 25, 25, right? And in the levered farm there was a debt in the capital structure. And what is the interest rate? 15%, right? Capital was 1 lakh, total capital was 1 lakh. And in case of levered farm, 50,000 was equity, 50,000 was debt. And in case of unlevered farm, entire capital was equity, right? And here interest will be 7,500. Why 7,500? Because debt is 50,000 rupees, interest is 15%. So 7,500 is our interest. Okay. So from EBIT, interest how much we are deducting? Please reply.
7.5%.
7,000.
7.7.
Then what is the EBT now?
17.5.
17.5 is EBT. And in our assumption in theory, there is no tax. Is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If there is no tax, so EBT is equal to PAT, profit after tax. So profit after tax is also 17.5. Okay. And the total earning of the investor. Who are the investor? Equity shareholders are the investors, and debt holders are also investors. Okay. So equity shareholders are getting this much dividend. They are getting 17.5. ये तो equity shareholders को जाएगा ना? Profit after tax जो dividend, because all earnings are distributed as a dividend. So
Yes,
this money will be received by equity shareholders. Okay,
Yes, sir.
right? And this money
Yes,
interest
sir.
will be received by the debt holders. So both the things taken together, so 25 rupees will go to my investor in case of levered farm, is it not?
yes,
And in case of unlevered farm, same 25 is EBIT. There is no interest. Interest is zero because it's all equity farm. And EBT is 25. Earning before tax is 25. Okay, because 25 minus 0 is 25. Tax is also 0. So entire 25 will be received by the equity shareholders. Right. Here also investors are getting 25 rupees. Entire investor is getting 25. So point here is that in the levered farm as well as the unlevered farm, in the both the cases, investors are getting same amount, 25, 25. Are you understanding?
yes, sir.
Okay. So both the cases, investors will be getting same amount if tax is 0. In this example, we have assumed tax is 0. Now we'll modify this example. Okay. We'll modify this example. We'll introduce corporate tax. In the theory, we'll be introducing corporate tax. If you introduce, what we'll be getting, we'll be understanding, and we'll be seeing this, that total earnings of the investors of the levered farm is greater. That means levered farm investors will be getting more money. Let us see how it is possible. Okay. Now same example I am going to show you. Let us assume corporate tax is 30%. Okay, you are seeing this slide now. theory is corporate tax 30%. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Both of you are seeing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you see, EBIT is same 25, 25 in the both the cases.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Interest in case of levered farm it is 7,500. On levered farm it is 0.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. And EBT here it is 17.5. On levered farm it is 25. Okay.
sir.
EBIT minus interest. Here it is 17.5. It is 25. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And tax rate. Here we are assuming tax is there. So tax rate is the 30% of this earning before tax. So it will come to 5.25. And in case of unlevered farm, it comes to 7.5. Right? Tax rate is 5.25 and 7.5. Fine. And profit after tax or dividend.
7.5.
In the first case, it is 12.25. 17.25 minus 5.25. 12.25. And in case of unlevered farm, it is 17.5. Okay. Now, if you see what is the total earning of the investor, total earning of the investors means dividend plus interest. So, in the first case, you see levered farm is getting, levered farms investors are getting how much? How much they are getting?
19.75.
And unlevered farm investors,
17.5.
who is getting more?
17.
Who is getting more?
Levered farm.
Levered farm. So this is
Levered.
the conclusion, that in case we'll introduce corporate tax in the theory, we'll find that the investors of levered farm will get more benefit. Their earnings will be more. Since their earnings will be more, their value will be more. The value of business will be more. Okay. So equity share will, value of shares will be
Yes,
more,
sir.
value of
Yes.
debts will be more, and the value of business will be more. Okay. That means if you really analyze that if tax is introduced, okay, initially theory was telling us that capital structure doesn't have any impact on the value of. But if you are saying if corporate tax is there, then capital structure has some impact on value of the farm. Because by changing capital structure, when this debt is introduced, by changing capital structure, we are finding because of corporate tax, the investors of levered farm are getting more money, and therefore the value of levered farm will be more. Okay, so considering this thing, in 1963, both the authors of theories modified their basic model. Basic model was that capital structure doesn't have any impact on the valuation of the farm. But here, if you introduce corporate tax rate underused, you have understood that higher the percentage of the debt, higher will be the stock price. मतलब ज्यादा debt लेंगे तो stock price बढ़ेगा. अब बताओ whether capital structure has some impact on the value of the farm or not.
When the tax is deducted, at the time capital structure has an impact.
Important as per theory also. So this is what we are calling it as the modified theory. This is due to the presence of corporate tax. The value of levered farm will be higher because the investors of levered farm will be getting more. The value of levered farm will be higher. Okay. Okay. So therefore, this particular theory suggests that it is better if you can have more and more debt in the capital structure. But we have to keep certain things in the mind. That certain amount of debt is good. If it is beyond that, then again it will bring a kind of threat to the company. The company will again become risky. Okay. So that is a particular point up to which debt is good. It is beneficial for the company. Company's value will increase. But beyond that point, debt is not. Okay. So if you conclude or if you can summarize this concept of introduction of corporate tax to theory, you can understand certain amount of debt is good, too much of debt is bad, and there is an optimal amount of debt for every farm. For every farm, there is an ideal amount up to which debt can be taken. And this concept, when it is introduced, we call this particular theory as modified theory. Okay, that is theory with corporate tax. Just understand it from the theoretical point of view. What is the impact of corporate tax on theory? If corporate tax is there, theory says yes, capital structure can bring change in the value of the farm. Certain level of debt is good, but beyond that, debt is not good because again that will bring a kind of risk to the investors. Okay, that is the concept we have understood regarding theory. Now, friends, we have learned almost 4 theories. Okay, the 4 basic theories. Our issue is that whether this leverage or whether this introduction of debt has an impact on the value of the farm. So we can classify like this. Like 2 theories can be called as the yes theory. That means these 2 theories says yes, capital structure has an impact on the value of the farm. And 2 theories says no, capital structure doesn't have any impact on the value of the farm. Value of the farm will remain unchanged. The theories which are saying yes is net income. Net income approach says capital structure has an impact on the value of the farm. And the traditional approach that we have learned, that also says the same thing. Capital structure has an impact on the value of the farm. But net operating income theory says no, capital structure doesn't have any impact on the value of the farm. Theory also says same thing. Capital structure doesn't have any impact on the value of the farm unless there is tax. Okay, if you change the tax assumption, then we'll say approach can be modified, and modified approach says capital structure has some impact on the value of the farm. Are you understanding this chart? These 4 theories.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood? Okay, so views
Yes,
are
sir.
different. Now, friends, this is one more theory which is introduced in your new syllabus. Okay, pecking order theory. We need to understand this thing. Okay, this theory talks about various sources of finance. This theory classifies 3 kinds of sources. One is called as the internal financing. Then next is external financing through debt, and next option is the external financing through equity. So this theory says risk increases as you move from internal financing to external financing. If you are seeing this chart, you are seeing this picture now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so risk increases like this. That means if internal financing, debt is risk is little less. External financing through debt, risk is little more. Okay, and external financing through equity, risk is further. Okay, so normally what happens? always company tries to first try to arrange some kind of finance from through internal sourcing. Internal sourcing means through use of its reserves and etc. If it is available, then that is internal source. If that is not available, then company will try to go for debt. Okay. If debt is not possible for some reason, then only company will go for equity. So the cost of internal financing is minimum, cost of debt is little more than that, and cost of equity is further more than that. Okay. As the cost moves,
Yes, sir.
risk also increases. Okay, cost is further more.
Increases.
Understood. So internal
Yes.
financing always this is the you can say hierarchy. The theory says this is how the companies move. So normally firms prefer internal finance over external finance. Everybody tries to manage the show through internal finance. Internal finance में हो जाएगा तो बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, and even when outside fund is required, let us say company will say no, internal finance will not be sufficient. We have to go for external finance. We have to go for debt. Then also, first debt is preferred. And if it is not possible through debt, then external equity. That means additional equity can be called for. Additional equity
Okay, sir.
has certain issues. Like if you bring additional equity, the problem is that it will dilute the control. New investors, new equity shareholders will be coming. So companies normally they do not want that. They want that first will manage through internal finance. Then what is the next? First, how they will manage through internal
Then
financing. Then
external
External
financing through debt.
financing.
then
They,
external
external
financing through
financing
External
through
financing
equity.
through
through
equity.
equity.
Okay. So this is the structure. This is the way through which companies will prefer. This is called as pecking order theory. You please remember this thing. This is new thing which is added in your syllabus. Next concept you are going to learn is EBIT and EPS analysis. Right? That is earning before interest and tax and earning per share analysis. Here
First
exactly
year.
what we are analyzing, if a particular or say at a given level of EBIT, how we can increase EPS. Ultimately, companies wants to increase their earning per share. Every company wants to increase their share, to increase their earning per share. Okay, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Okay, so what we are discussing, EBIT and EPS analysis. Every company wants that for a given level of EBIT will ensure how EPS can be maximized. If EPS is maximized, value of the farm can be maximized. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So that concept we will be learning, but today I have some commitments. I will not be able to take my class today right now. So we'll meet again tomorrow. Okay, I'm winding up my class today. We couldn't cover much thing during this short period of time. So tomorrow again we'll catch up around 3:30. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
winding up this session today. So tomorrow we'll be catching up. We'll be covering this part. All these theories we'll be covering if possible.
Sir, a doubt.
हाँ क्या डाउट है आप जल्दी
Hello.
बताएंगे या व्हाट्सएप में पूछ लेंगे आपका वो डाउट तो क्लियर हो गया ना
नहीं सर, यस सर, वो हो गया क्लियर.
अच्छा और क्या
ये
डाउट
सिर्फ वो जो investor are rational means here what?
इन्वेस्टर रेशनल
Rational.
मींस इन्वेस्टर्स कैन थिंक लॉजिकली मतलब लॉजिकल वे में बिहेव करेगा अगर इन्वेस्टर्स है इरेशनल अगर वो लॉजिकली सोच नहीं पाएगा तो अगर शेयर उसका सस्ता में मिल रहा है तब भी वो नहीं खरीदेगा अगर ज्यादा में मिल रहा है तब भी वो नहीं बेचेगा ठीक है if he is an rational investor then he will buy shares when things are available in cheap rate when things are at the higher rate he will be selling investors can think rationally that is the concept of rational okay so we'll meet tomorrow we'll continue we'll be trying to cover this theory part some other analysis parts are there in case you have some specific doubt then it is better WhatsApp me so that specifically I will try to cover it in this class
Okay, sir.
okay thank
Okay,
you
sir.
very much
Okay, sir.
thanks a lot
Thank you, sir.
thank you
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.